What's going on? It's been a crazy couple weeks, y'all. I want to let y'all know that I have not stopped my fight.
But they were supposed to follow the law, and that's the problem we have. You follow the law, and you don't run into issues and problems like this.
How old were you then when you were told the story of how your mom met Jay-Z?
She fully started telling me stories, I guess, when I could better understand as I got older. It was really like 10 or 11. That's when she started telling me, like, this is your dad, and showing me little pictures that she did have of him, and little clips, I guess, from shows, whatever. This was little. I was so young, I didn't fully understand.
For nearly a decade, a man named Rymir Satterthwaite has made one bold claim, that he's the secret, unacknowledged son of Jay-Z. And now he's just dropped his federal lawsuit against the rap mogul. But before you think that means this saga is over, think again. The case may be closed in courtrooms, but the drama is far from done. Satterthwaite's move shocked even those who followed the story closely. Why give up now after years of legal back and forth? According to him, this isn't a surrender, it's a strategy. And the more you dig into what's been happening behind the scenes, the more tangled this story becomes. This isn't some overnight attention grab. Rymir first filed claims against Jay-Z all the way back in 2010. He's been chasing this battle across courts for more than a decade, saying all he's ever wanted is the truth, and a DNA test to prove it. At the center of his story is his late mother, Wanda Satterthwaite, who allegedly had a fling with Jay-Z in the early 90s, long before Beyoncé, before the fame, before the empire. Rymir insists his mother told him the truth, that Jay-Z is his real father. But courts haven't been convinced. Over the years, judges repeatedly tossed out the cases, citing lack of evidence or procedural issues. One ruling pointed to a 1994 legal declaration that named another man as Rymir's biological father. And each time a new claim surfaced, it was met with silence or sharp denial from Jay-Z's team. Still, Rymir kept pushing. He told interviewers that this isn't about fame or money, but identity. He claims he's been blocked at every turn, stonewalled by powerful attorneys and legal loopholes. And that frustration finally exploded in 2022 when the court issued a game-changing injunction. But that wasn't the end of it. In 2022, the court delivered a major blow to Rymir's crusade, an official injunction from a New Jersey judge that barred him from filing any more lawsuits related to Jay-Z unless he got court approval first. It was a rare and forceful move, and to many, it seemed like the legal system was finally saying, enough. The ruling essentially froze Rymir out of the courtroom. No more petitions, no more appeals, no more public filings unless a judge personally signed off first. But Rymir didn't go quiet. He claims he was never even notified about the injunction before it was enforced. According to him, the ruling was pushed through without due process, without his knowledge, without a chance to respond. Now he's trying to get the injunction overturned. And in the process, he's leveled serious accusations against Jay-Z's legal team, claiming misconduct, manipulation, and even corruption within the legal system itself. But that's not all. He also says one thing has never changed. Jay-Z still refuses to take a DNA test. And for Rymir, that's the ultimate red flag. Despite all the court denials, all the rulings against him, and all the legal barriers now standing in his way, Rymir won't back down. In his eyes, the issue is simple. Jay-Z has never taken a paternity test, and that alone should raise questions. He's publicly accused Jay-Z of dodging accountability for years, refusing to sit down, refusing to talk, and refusing to prove or disprove what Rymir's mother allegedly told him decades ago. And there's more. Rymir says that throughout this process, he's been offered hush money multiple times. According to him, people connected to Jay-Z's world have tried to make the problem go away. He claims he turned every offer down, saying that no amount of money can replace the truth. In interviews, he's framed this as a moral battle about identity, closure, and justice. But not everyone buys that. Some see it as a publicity stunt. Others see he's clout chasing or trying to force a high-profile settlement. But Rymir insists this isn't about headlines. It's about finally being recognized as the son he believes he is. And Jay-Z's team? Their response has been sharp and final. Jay-Z has never publicly acknowledged Rymir's claims, not in interviews, not in music, not even in passing. But his legal team, they've made their stance crystal clear. In official filings, they've called the entire case meritless, fabricated, and harassment masquerading as litigation. Their key argument rests on a legal document from 1994, which names another man, Robert Graves, as Rymir's biological father. That paternity declaration, they argue, should have ended the story decades ago. And they say Rymir has been rehashing old claims, wasting court resources, and dragging Jay-Z's name into a baseless public circus. In fact, that 2022 injunction, it wasn't just about stopping new lawsuits, it was a direct response to what they describe as years of legal abuse. Jay-Z's lawyers also suggest that Rymir's actions border on obsession. They've accused him of filing cases not for justice, but for attention. And now that the federal suit has been dropped, they've pointed to that as proof that his claims have no legal standing. But if Jay-Z's camp thinks this is finally over, Rymir's next move suggests otherwise. When Rymir withdrew his federal lawsuit in July 2025, it shocked just about everyone watching. After all those years of relentless legal battles, why pull out now? The timing raised eyebrows, but according to Rymir, this wasn't a surrender, it was a recalibration. He claims the current legal system has become corrupt and compromised, and that continuing under the same constraints was pointless. Instead, he says he's exploring new avenues to keep the pressure on Jay-Z through appeals, public records requests, and possibly even new types of litigation that sidestep the paternity issue entirely. In short, he's not giving up. He's just changing his strategy. Rymir also made it clear in public statements that he hasn't dropped the fight for good. He's still calling on Jay-Z to take a DNA test and says he'll use any lawful means to bring the truth to light, even if it takes him the rest of his life. But whether this is justice or obsession is a line even fans are beginning to question. And that brings us to the one question no one can agree on. At this point in the saga, one question keeps echoing louder than the rest. What's Rymir really after? Some believe his fight is genuine, a man searching for answers about his identity, blocked at every turn by money, power, and silence. They see him as someone who grew up in the shadow of a music empire, convinced that the man on stage could be the father who never showed up. But others aren't buying it. Legal experts and fans alike have pointed to inconsistencies, procedural missteps, and media-heavy timing. Why go public now, after years of legal rejections? Why continue pushing, even when the courts have slammed the door? Rumors have swirled that Rymir is seeking a settlement, a book deal, or even a documentary. And while none of that has been confirmed, it's fueled speculation that this entire story might be more about pressure than paternity. Even Jay-Z's team has hinted at this, suggesting Rymir is using the public spotlight as leverage, not truth-seeking. Still, the refusal to take a DNA test continues to raise eyebrows. If Jay-Z has nothing to hide, why not just put the rumors to rest once and for all? It's that gap, the unanswered what if, that keeps this story alive.